Hi, everybody. How are you?
What's
Happy
up,
Martin
everybody?
Luther King's Day.
Yep, and for everybody that got is going through that winter storm and stuff, it's crazy right now. Be safe, and prayers out to you. Just be
Where's
safe.
that at?
All across the East Coast, those snowstorms, 30 below, 20
I'm glad
below.
we don't live there no more.
Right.
All right, let's get into it. Oh my God, no, we got to talk about something else. We've only been on 50 seconds. Um, yeah, I guess I'll make small talk before I get into it. Okay, you guys, when I first started being a blogger, I fell into it on accident. You guys know that story. Um, and I would say I was the only person covering Beverly Hills. And there was a handful of African Americans. I think Alexander Rogers. I haven't seen my buddy in a long time. Forgot about him. Alex used to do it. I can't think of, but it wasn't a lot of people reviewing the shows like this. Because I've been a blogger now for 6 years. It wasn't a lot of people, and I would just come on here and talk about the show. And the storylines were more authentic. And it wasn't a vicious, toxic game. It was just something I would do, come on here and make myself laugh. Matter of fact, we didn't even have live back then.
Right.
StreamYard came later. It was no live. I would just go on, talk about it, post the video, and would leave.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to worry about troll farms. I didn't have to worry about what I said. It was just authentic. And I'm a funny person by nature, not just Perry. I'm funny too. And so I would just say crazy, silly shit. And that was it. I wasn't trying to destroy anybody's life. I wasn't trying to get anybody fired. Like, what's done happened? I would come on here, talk, and that would be it. They're saying it's freezing in Atlanta. It's
Yeah.
freezing
Yeah. I mean,
in New York City. Happy
yeah.
MLK Day. It's freezing here in Vegas. It's
Yeah.
in like the low 30s last night.
But not like how it's freezing back east though. I'm
I'm
saying
from
like
Zimbabwe.
when you below zero.
And so I would just get on here and that was it. It was kind of fun. And the girls didn't team up against each other. They were authentic friends. That's why I loved Atlanta. Like I can guarantee you when Sharrell didn't put Nini's name on the list for the party, all of that was true. It was just real and and it was great. But over time, the cast started getting toxic. They start making plans before. I think Beverly Hills was the first cast to do this. They would meet before the show aired, and then they would go over storylines, like what they're going to do, who's going to be their victim. And then by the time it got down to Lisa Rinna, the season that she got fired, they started hiring troll farms. They started trying to mess up people's reputations. They started working with bloggers and telling the blogger to say this and do that. And it just got toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So while all this is going down, people aren't realizing that reality TV is getting less and less popular.
Right.
Like people are not watching reality TV like that anymore. I review Married to Medicine because I enjoy the show. I don't get a lot of numbers from that. What I thought was bigger numbers back in the day,
Uh-huh.
it's just a select audience. So I'm not trying to get 100,000 views, 200,000 views on Married to Medicine because that's just not going to happen. And I just do it because I liked the show. And it was one of the only shows that I liked because it wasn't toxic.
Right.
It's toxic as hell now. It is
You know what, Sharrell, this
toxic.
is what I think. This is what I think too. I think the reason why the shows were so great back in the beginning, it was a group of girls. Hey, this is an opportunity. We can go and make the money just to pay. I mean, basically, they paid them to hang out.
Yeah,
Let's keep
yeah.
it real. Then over the years, it turned into I want to be the lead singer. It went right from having fun, getting paid to hang out just to show your life, to a business.
A business.
Yeah.
It's a business. And now the women on the show They got products they're pushing. They're worried about how they look. And it just, so I was out because I was, and I wasn't the only blogger out. All of the larger blogs, we were like, we're out. It's too toxic. So then you had the women worried about how they look. Then they start plotting on each other. Now, this happened just this season. And I believe it happened on Marriage and Huntsville first. Then you start getting toxic fans.
Right.
Who this is their life. They really identify with the people on the show, so they ride hard with them. They'll, if they gotta drive somewhere to get some information, they will. If they gotta hire a private investigator to find something out, they will. Like the fans start getting really, really toxic to the point that you can't come on here and say, "Oh, I like so and so," and it's against what they think. Then they go after you.
Yep.
They go after you. You dummy. You. Someone called me so it was in words of the N word, but I can't remember what they said.
They called you a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
You be, you this and that over a damn show.
I cannot say anything bad about Melody Hope because there's a group of bloggers that are insane. They're out of their mind. And then the drama's left. So you got drama on the screen behind the scenes, and then you got drama with the bloggers who, for whatever reason, I'm not that invested that I will cross a certain line to be team whoever. They start forming teams. I'm team Mel. I'm team Martell. Team. It's so toxic. Now I see why no other blogger, you know, the bigger ones that helps your show, whether y'all believe it or not, will touch this. It is a mess. It went from, oh, we're just on here as people relating and talking about what we see on a TV show, to I can't go over and review Love and Marriage Huntsville and say anything nice about Martell, and they'll cloud up my comment section. When you got cast members hiring troll farms, now we all pretty much know they hire troll farms now. I remember the first year I outed it, nobody believed me, but it came out on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It used to be only the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills hiring troll farms. Now it's every Bravo show that has to do with the housewives or like and now it's Married to Medicine. So people say, Sharrell, how do you know if you're a victim of a troll farm? I'm about to tell you. Okay, because this is just so damn ridiculous. I'm out. This is probably my last show talking about Married to Medicine because this has got toxic as hell. If you go in your comment section, and you have to do this from a cell phone. If you go to your comment section and you go to a comment, let me pull up my channel. And you go to a comment, oops, not live. I'm just picking a video here. And this is what it looks like, right? These are the comment sections, right? On your phone. If you click on a person's face, I don't care. It'll have a history of all the comments that they made. This is not a troll farm. This is somebody that's been riding with me for a while. Look at all the comments they made. Okay. But if you click on there and there's no comments, that's a sign. Like, okay, you never commented before. This is your first video, and you got something to say. You got some hateful things to say about me, but you never commented before.
Right.
Also, because it's a machine that's putting out these negative comments. I don't know if you ever if you text a message somebody and you voice record it and you talk and then the words will print itself. Sometimes it flips. Like you might want to say call and then might pick up the word tall. You know what I mean?
Right,
Have you ever happened to you?
Yeah.
It's a lot of those kind of comments that don't make sense, but will rhyme with other words. Okay. I know a troll farm when I see it because I've been a victim of it many times.
Yeah, that's true. And then also you notice, Sharrell, when you click that icon, it'll say no subscribers.
That too.
You ain't got no subscribers.
That's a lot for IG.
You ain't never commented before. But you got a passionate about what I just said. Come on, let's keep it real.
Okay,
Look up
so
some shit and leave.
they're hiring troll farms, whatever. So a couple days ago, I did a video about Love and Married, no, about Married to Medicine, and I was talking about, I don't remember what I talked about, but I said something nice about Dr. Heavenly, and people got upset. And Perry's looking at, so Perry goes through my comments. He's looking at the comments. He clicking troll farm, clicking troll farm, troll farm, troll farm, all the way down. So somebody has mass flagged my videos. That's what it's called when you send a troll over there to say bad comments. I'm like, why would somebody mass flag my videos about marriage, love, and marriage Huntsville? Okay, let me tell you why. So this is what's going on. Okay, ooh, I didn't realize I talked too long. Okay, behind the scenes, it's a hot ass mess. Okay. I found out, I've been told, and I said this to you guys earlier. Mariah Hawk, who has EP credit, she doesn't have any control over the show, but they give her credit for being a creator of the show. I'm being told that Mariah is working with some dirty ass bloggers to bring down the show. Now you would say, well, she's got credit. I'm gonna take it out of what Cat Williams said. I don't know why liars lie. I don't know why people want to bring down. She got some underlying problem going on here. Some about the show. She either mad at somebody, mad. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm being told that she's working with this dirty blog, and this blog is dirty. Also being told she's been talking to Sweet Tea. Okay. And she's supposed to give Sweet Tea some receipts to bring out at the reunion to show that Dr. Damon is cheating on Dr. Heavenly. So they plan on ambushing Dr. Heavenly. It's so much to this shit. It's really ridiculous. And let me tell you something, people. What makes a dirty blogger? When you make up bold-faced lies. I'll just leave it at that. Some of these bloggers will go to the extreme with lying. I've seen them do it multiple times with cast members. They just make up lies. I'll give you an example. Remember, or you guys probably don't watch The Real Housewives of Orange County, when Bronwyn, all of a sudden out the blue, it was said that Bronwyn gave her child drugs. It started with a C, the white powder. And everybody ran with it. These bloggers will make up these crazy lies for clicks and views.
Yeah. What's some attention? Yep.
Then they hook up with these disgruntled people. That's what I'm going to call Mariah. She got an axe to grind, and I don't know why. It don't have nothing to do with me. Where she wants to bring down, maybe she's mad at a cast member, whatever. It doesn't make sense. This is extreme measures. This is not enjoyable to watch. And for me, it's even worse because if Married to Medicine's going to go down, let it be something you did on the show. Not some ex-cast member that's got a grind, a ex to grind or something, got a whatever. So here they're going to ambush Dr. Heavenly on the upcoming reunion. And they're going to talk about her husband cheating on her. That's a sensitive topic anyway. Also, I'm being told that she's talking to Sweet Tea. Now, the rumor is Sweet Tea is thoroughly being hurt by the things that Dr. Heavenly is talking about, specifically her situations with having a children. I'll put it that way. That's a serious topic.
Yeah.
Now, when I first heard about this, I thought, I've been in this game so long, and I work with Perry for a while now. You've been doing this about 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah.
That you might say something. So you got people that are sharp tongued, really like Bethany Frankel, Dr. Heavenly, Perry, that'll say something. They're good draggers. That's what I'll say. They're good draggers. So I'm thinking, well, Perry might say something about a cast member. And when you're in the public eye, you've got to let it roll off your back. Like, people say so many things that to me, I would be in some kind of psych ward if I listened to everything everybody says. So I'm thinking, and a lot of people think, I know I think it, Perry thinking, well, when we say things about this cast members, they'll just let it roll off their back. But according to the rumors, Sweet Tea isn't like that. She took it to heart.
Yeah.
She's really crying about something that Dr. Heavenly said about her not, having children. I'm so used to other cast members just like, you could say whatever. They talk about my wig. I don't care.
Yeah.
But we have to remember when you first come in, you don't know how to handle it when you hear bad things about yourself because you're not used to. It's almost like people talk about you anyway, but I'm not in somebody's home listening to what they're saying. So it's like that. So you're shocked, you'll feel like some people are two-faced, and she's having a hard time dealing with being on this show.
Yeah.
Now, I can guarantee you, I don't think Dr. Heavenly will intentionally say something that really scars a person. Not only that, she said sorry about it. She said, I went too far. But Sweet Tea needs to hear the words, I am sorry. I'm not used to being somebody being that sensitive. But if it hurts her feelings, Dr. Heavenly, you need to apologize to her. Because Dr. Heavenly thinks she's doing something for the show, bringing attention to the show. I don't think she would intentionally want to hurt anybody like that. Now, maybe Mariah, when they find out all the shit she's been doing, but I don't think, and it's just gotten so complicated. And they want to make Married to Medicine like they did Love and Marriage Huntsville. Also, you have these people, if I have a different opinion than you, oh my God, get her off. How dare you? I'm so disappointed that you like Dr. Heavenly. That's how some people, so serious some of these people take this stuff. Like, well, I'm talking about a TV show. I can't choose now who I want to talk to.
Yeah.
Or who I want to like. And all, you know what I mean? Like, it's just turned into a toxic mess. And now, the reason that I liked Married to Medicine is now the reason that I don't like Married to Medicine. Y'all have turned into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You got Mariah leaking shit to the blogs. Some shit that Jackie said. That had to be you, Mariah, because I know you're working with the blogs. Like, to ruin people's reputation. You got the audience members. There are a group of women that are hardcore into it. Like, I'm looking at this, it's a TV show, and I don't like what you showed me on the screen. But they go hard. You don't like Dr. So-and-so? Hi, cousin. I love you. Girl, yes, this is my cousin. You don't like Dr. Heavenly? How dare you? Oh, I thought better of you. Oh. Like, I cannot go on and say anything about Mel. Even if it's my true feelings, because there's some group of bloggers that'll start making videos about you.
That's true.
What? I want other opinions. I enjoy the conversation. You want me to go up here and say exactly what you want me to say and think like you think? Go ahead, Perry. See your mouth moving.
Exactly, Sharrell. That's what they want you to do. Look, and this is the whole thing. Like, I feel like Sweet Tea, she's a reality star in training. Training means first experiences, and you have to learn to grow how to handle your job. When you put your face out here, it used to be hard when people always attack my wife. But I had to learn, hey, you know what, Perry? Grow up. Y'all put y'all faces out there. You get to deal with these people and their opinions. You get to let it roll off your back. And I think this, right? And a lot of people will want to come at Dr. Heavenly, or they'll say, because if you like Dr. Heavenly and they like, just say Quad. With most people who watch, they don't have an open opinion. They just want to just tell you shouldn't have an opinion, but they want to voice theirs, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people come to your channel just to get confirmation on what they think. When you don't, oftentimes, well, when they're not adult enough, then you get the, oh, you a B.
Oh my God. They act like I've ruined their life if I say something about the people that they like. I thought what it meant to review a show means tell me what you think. That's what I
Right.
thought. I made the drastic mistake of thinking that's what it really meant. Some of these women have gotten to the point where they are sick.
Uh-huh.
You don't like no TV star that damn much who you don't know that you'll go that hard for them. You don't know them. I can't say one word about Mel. I didn't like the dress Mel had on that day. You don't like Mel? And now it's to the point where, I don't like, I think Dr. Heavenly looks pretty. You think she looks pretty?
Yeah.
It's toxic.
You go
That's
from
why
that.
I'm out.
You think she looked pretty. You on her payroll. But if you told them, because they like the other castmate, they was on the payroll, they'd have a problem with it. It's just the whole thing. And I think that's right. And just to shorten it up a little bit with as far as the sweet tea thing, I think Heavenly knows she got a quick tongue. She get angry and she say things. And she said all the time, I'm sure I'm going to regret this tomorrow. But she says it. But let's keep it real. Everybody going to want to throw everything Dr. Heavenly said. Oh, that was fact. She meant that. But when other people say stuff like Sweet Tea mentioned her deceased mother, but that don't get them no audience. And I don't think Sweet Tea really mean it. When you in an argument,
Yeah, you just say stuff.
you say stuff to intentionally hurt somebody because you're mad. But if that's the case, we all would be in prison if that was a crime because we all have done it in our lifetime. Period.
And I'm out not because of sending a troll farm to my chat. I'm out because it's toxic.
Right.
And we had the one African American show left, and now they have muddied that up. Sweet Tea, nobody's trying to intentionally hurt your feelings. When I first came on here, I said, hey, you're new to this. Let it roll off your back. No one, as a matter of fact, when they showed the scenes of you having trouble conceiving a child, I said, my heart bleeds for her. Nobody wants to see that.
No.
We don't wish that on anybody. So, it's just gone to hell in a handbag. And this was my favorite show because they weren't Roa. They were going at each other till they didn't even realize that the audience stopped watching. They hated each other. They had that much venom for each other. They wanted the worst for each other. Who got time for that? So now this reunion is going to be a hot mess. Dr. Heavenly, they're coming for you. I hear Quad's coming for you. And it makes me upset, not because of Sweet Tea is coming after her because she's really hurt. It makes me upset because you're listening to Mariah. Mariah wants you to do her dirty work. And you haven't even investigated Sweet Tea because you just came. Who these people are and how low the two dirty bloggers she's working with will go. So Sweet Tea is really innocent. She don't know what's going on. She just feels hurt by the pain that's going on. Also, too, these women have turned reality TV into a business. So I wasn't being mean to you when I was like, why are you on Instagram talking? They set it up where every time they open their mouth, they get paid. So I'm trying to show you how green or new, I'll use the word new because I'm not even trying to offend Sweet Tea anymore, how new she is at this. Right. These women know exactly. Like, there's been a time when I'm looking at Bethany argue with somebody and she's got the skinny girl right here. Like, it's just a lot. And you coming in and no one's teaching you the ropes. You done hooked up with the wrong person who has a vendetta against the show. I don't know what was in her heart. But I know how dirty the bloggers are that she's working with. And it's just a damn shame. And it's just a mess. And I only started reviewing it because I liked the show. But maybe I shouldn't have liked the show because the minute I like a show, there it is, And it's another thing. It is not good when none of the blogs that have a big following want to touch your channel. I think maybe they want to push the bloggers out. I don't know, but that's promotion. So if I was a producer on the show, I'd be like, why aren't these blogs covering it anymore? What happened? It's a mess. It is a mess, and I am out. So all I want to say is thank you, Beatrice, for 9 months. My ride or die. My ride or die.
Right.
All I want to say is I'm pretty sure that Dr. Heavenly doesn't want to intentionally hurt Sweet Tea. I don't know, but I don't see, she's just doing like Perry does. You guys, and you guys want to attack the women. If I say something, oh, she's the worst. Perry could say the same exact thing. And he's so funny. I guess they want women to shut up and know their place. I don't know. But the whole thing is just ugly. And when more drama is going on behind the scenes than what's being shown on the camera, that's how you know your show has gone to shit.
Now, I know
Because
Alicia. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I know Alicia's husband want the woman to know her place from the next episode coming up. You know that guy's a trip anyway. But I'm gonna say this, Sharrell, and this is what I think about this whole show. I think that people who like Sweet Tea, I don't have no dislike for her. I'm just covering the show, just having fun, right? But they get so assumed, and then the hatred for Heavenly. You don't have to like her. You don't get them on that stuff. But at the end of the day, this is how Perry feels. I don't think Dr. Heavenly is Sweet Tea's biggest enemy. I think her biggest enemy is people like Quad that's using her for a pond. And if Quad had so much information, why couldn't she expose it herself? Why are you gonna set this girl up to go out there and think she's gonna expose something with the weak ass receipts that you never had?
It's just a mess. It's just a mess, and it's not pleasant to watch. It's just not. To see them all going at each other like that, that's not going to be cool either. But if I was Dr. Heavenly, she's taking it to heart, crying about it. She's crying about it. Leave her alone, Carlos. Leave her alone, Dr. Heavenly, because she can't take it, and she's joining up with some real bad people, and that will do anything to make this show a hot mess. And it's just sad. So that's what's going on. So I was going to talk about they're getting ready to ambush her at the
reunion.
It was something else. I should have wrote it down. What else did I say? I was telling you things about it. Anyway, let's move on. Hopefully it'll pop in my head. Let's move on to Kandi Burruss. Okay. Kandi Burruss is a person that cannot take anybody saying anything bad about her. I don't even know why you're on TV or why you're in entertainment if you can't take anything bad being said about you.
Right.
She's worse than Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea will cry. Kandi Burruss will do something mean, vindictive.
Yep.
She got mad at me because I reviewed, I can't think of the name of the restaurant, and don't call it eggs, grits, and ham. You remember. I made a bad review. She was very cognizant of what the blog said, and she wanted this blog. If you come to me and you tell me you don't say that, if you are a cast member and you come to me and you tell me to say this, I'm not that kind of blog. I want to say what I want to say. Beatrice says Mel is not perfect. She went through hell with Martell. Martell is a narcissist. Melody has her flaws. We all do. We don't know any of these people. I still like the show. You might like the show, but I am turned off from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Not just that. So I can't say anything bad about Melody. That drives me crazy because maybe that's how I feel. And then the bloggers who will do videos about you because you have an opinion.
Right.
And then the fans driving to places supposed to be exposing this, getting these receipts. Supposed to be like, what are y'all doing? Like, huh? It's toxic. It's a toxic environment. And I will say this: I don't think Love and Marriage Huntsville should have had another season. But if they do, because they're supposed to, that's the last season. People aren't watching it. So what'll happen is you got all these people watching this show and enjoying it. And as it gets toxic, it whittles down to the certain fan base. And the same group of people that want you to think like them, that's the only people reviewing the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's asinine. The whole thing is batshit crazy. Someone says that Married to Medicine is better than the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills needs to be canceled. All of the housewife shows. When it's toxic like this, let it go. That's why no one's watching reality TV anymore. It's scripted. We know what they're gonna do. Not scripted where they sit down and write out a script, but like they do the same shit. They find somebody to beat up on, same arguments as last year, because these women are making money and they got to keep their money coming in, and it's just not good to watch. And Married to Medicine was the only show that didn't follow that formula. And now Mariah is trying to mess that up because she found the weakest link, that's Sweet Tea, and now she's going to do it through Sweet Tea. It wasn't fun when we watched it with you, Mariah. That's why you're not on the show anymore, because that wasn't cool. You and Quad fighting all the time. You got receipts. I never seen Mariah smile after a certain season. It was just like hatred, spilling out hatred, hatred, hatred. It was no downtime.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. And it makes me feel bad because the downfall is supposed to come from the cast, not somebody outside, Perry. Not somebody outside the show. It is a mess. And I dropped the link the other day, and I'm going to drop it again. For anybody who got something to say, you can come up and say it. Then I'm going to discontinue the comments because I ain't got... No. I'm not going to discontinue. I'm going to let you go ahead and clog up my comment section. You can mass flag me as much as you want. It doesn't change my thinking. Sharrell, I wouldn't give a damn what they say. Child, I don't. But it's not even worth it at this point. I don't make that kind of money off of reality TV.
Right.
I just don't. I realized a long time ago, reality TV is dwindling. So part of being a business person, you got to get in front of the curve. No one's watching reality TV like that anymore. You can see it in the ratings. You can see it with the fan base. So why clog up my damn library with some with some reality TV stuff that nobody's watching? Kamanika, that's it. Thank you, Kamanika, for becoming a member. I got it. So it's just a mess, and it's just this right here, the Married to Medicine, is really hard for me to watch because I know there's two bloggers and Mariah Hawk behind this. And if you want to know why Mariah is doing this, go ask her. How am I supposed to jump in somebody's head? Let's start. So I want to say, Kandi Burruss. So Kandi Burruss is on the primary toxic show. Roa is toxic. It used to be so good back in the day. It was so good when it was real and everybody didn't care about how they look, because these women get on these casts and they want nothing but positive things to say. You can't say, I don't like that hairstyle. Team Kandi, you don't like the hairstyle? But when it got, so when I got the letter on how to review that show that her mom was, I think it was the family show about a restaurant. I can't remember the name of it. I was out. I was mad because you don't tell me what to say. That's like me, like Keith Lee, who reviews food. I give him a hamburger. Say, make sure you tell everybody you like it and how good it is. No, it's supposed to be natural. When I review a show, I'm supposed to tell you how I feel, not how they feel about it. How I feel. So I got mad. Like, you wrote me a letter. And then after that, they started bing, 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 complaining about my channel.
Right.
Somebody said, no, I don't think it's Kandi. It might be Don Juan. Camp. Same camp. And then that other girl, they did, if you do anything they don't like, then they bing your channel.
And that's no excuse, though. I mean, I'm not going to let people have told you that. No, maybe it's not her. It's Don Juan. Don Juan ain't going to breathe without Kandi giving them damn permission.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody said Mariah and Buffy are behind this mess. That's right. I was told it was Buffy too. Buffy's toxic. She's toxic and she does dirty shit behind the scenes. And she works with dirty blogs. I don't know. Y'all messing up the show. What is it? Because you're not on the show no more? What y'all doing?
Look, pretty much the show is growing and doing pretty good. For the people who had to exit for whatever reason, can't handle it. And now it's like, I'm gonna take my ball and go home effect. If I can't play, y'all won't play.
Maybe that's what's
you
going
find
on.
somebody and you try to target them. And when they give them any little reason, it's not just Heavenly. They'll do what's the quiet doctor?
Jackie.
They would take any, something that you missaid or whatever, or any flaw that you could have gave and try to exploit it to make you out to be the villain.
It's sad. It's ridiculous. Let me get this story about Kandi really quick. So anyway, Kandi came on this weekend and said that no one got their contracts. And she looked a little agitated and she said, people have lives. People have things to do. Now, when you were busy binging my channel, you should have took the time to listen to what I was saying. Y'all are done. Okay? And you're done because nobody wanted to watch the toxicity, and you just didn't want to be toxic on the show. Then you wanted to control what the blogger said and when they said it. Right. So you give you a gift basket if you said nice things. Here you go. Thank you.
Wow.
And if you say bad things, bing, 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 bing. You've been on that show for 13 years. Mm-hmm. But you wanted it to last forever?
I mean, the
ratings were in the ground. And it is what it is. I told you, I said they're going to draw it out because they don't want y'all calling them talking about, if they say we're not bringing this cast back, we're going to bring all new cast members. They'd have been, well, remember this, I did this for you and how you did this. And they didn't want all that. And please, and I bring more to the show than so-and-so, and I should be, they ain't got time for that. Y'all was driving them crazy over there, bickering all the time about everything. Mm-hmm. If you bring Phaedra back, I'm out. And if you do this and that, like, y'all trying to tell y'all bosses what y'all trying to run the show over there. So you want to tell your bosses who to hire, who to fire, what show storylines to show, because they was known role over there. Don't show this. Don't show it. Don't talk about. I think Kandi said it on air one day. They were going to talk about her restaurant, the pow pow that went in her restaurant. Don't you talk about that?
Just the positive things.
You were turning into a tyrant. You were bossing everybody around, and then you want to boss the blogs around. You say this, and you say that, and don't you dare say this. And if you say this, bing, 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 child, you should be glad it's over.
No, it was a mess. She's not glad though. I mean, because I think 13 years, she was looking for that 20-year retirement. In my opinion, I'm just gonna keep it real, And for her to come out with this little quick statement, she's been quiet. When Nene was going through this thing, or that one lady from the old show, the skinny something drink,
Bethany
when they
Frankel.
Bethany Frankel.
Messy. Go ahead.
Now, she ain't got nothing to say. And if for all her lovers, they'll say, "Oh no, she always speak up for people and she do this and that." Go back to recent seasons when Kandi gave you an update on the show who received contracts and who didn't. She never has. But now she's coming out TikToking. She's coming out here. Now, I just want y'all to know, update, Housewives of Atlanta update, haven't no woman received anything. Not just me, but nobody has received anything. But they got to know we got a life to live and we got other decisions to make. And I think she's saying two things. She's bitter and mad. Because if you was to ask her, "Hey, Kandi, have you got a contract yet?" her answer would be this: "My mind's telling me no." But at the same time, laying the groundwork, this is just Perry's opinion, that she know she ain't coming back unless she take a dramatic pay cut. And she's already coming, well, see, I told y'all we ain't got nothing. I'm unbothered because I had things to do. That's why I'm not back on the show. I had made other plans. I think people like that is very calculated, and she knows shit is written on the wall. It's written all over my face, whatever song it was many years ago. Anyway, she know, and that's why she's trying to get ahead of the game to have an excuse why she's not back.
I'm a little confused.
Hmm?
She knows that the cast isn't returning.
No, she knows she ain't returning. Kandi
Okay.
don't give a damn when she come out and say no ladies have received a contract. She don't care about no other woman contract. She knows she ain't received one.
So what do you mean she's trying to get in front of the story? What does that mean?
Sharrell, she's trying to get in front of the story by saying, see, I told y'all way before, they ain't sending no contract. So I moved on with my life. I moved on. And because I told y'all, I had other things, I got life decisions to make, other plans to make. And then when she don't come back, she gonna use it under the umbrella that she already made other plans.
Okay. You're saying that if Kandi doesn't return to the show, she will feel embarrassed? How long does she want to be on the show? You were on 13 seasons.
Look, she was so happy when Nene left.
She was.
And then she got the crown.
Oh.
No queen want to drop the crown.
You cannot be on top forever.
No queen want to drop the crown, especially when you might not have an EGOT, but you got an ego.
Oh, I didn't say that.
That's where it's at with that thing. And I'm telling y'all, people say, well, no, here know what you're talking about. In time, you will see this thing a revisit again. I told y'all, last January. Shit, if they ain't send me no contract, I had to make other plans because I'm chocolate covered nice.
You got people in the chat talking about ego. Perry, what?
No, I'm telling you, Sharrell, and I'm telling you, just like I said it before, and people laugh, because, well, the people who got gift baskets laughed. But the people who were realists and wasn't haters start to figure the shit out. Kandi is going down, and really, they would pay her on a cheaply salary, but she want to be the highest paid. That's her issue. That's why they're not going to give her a contract. Because, let
me ask you this, Perry. If they brought Roa back, is there any way to make it untoxic? These women are going at each other. Then they're dragging the bloggers into their mess.
Sharrell, I almost think it's too late for reality shows not to become toxic. Because even if you on this cast, on this certain show, you watching how other people succeed. Toxicity sells. I hope I said it right.
You said dramatic. You meant dramatic.
Toxicity. I don't know, whatever.
Toxicity,
sells,
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But, and people look at it on a different show. You could be on Housewives of Utah. Ain't shit going on there but snow. But if they watch Housewives of Atlanta, you're going to have one of those girls fired up and want to be this drama queen.
You're saying now that reality TV has gotten to the point where you just can't be real anymore. You got to bring the drama or you won't have a show.
Because like say the last 2 episodes of Married to Medicine.
But I thought everybody was well aware of that. Huh? Like Dr. Heavenly, if she understands how the game is played. So I don't understand. Well, maybe because Sweet Tea is new. So anyway, I'm not going to talk about Sweet Tea. Well, I'm not going to talk about none of them no more because it's just a mess. But I lied. I might talk about it because I'm following this Mariah thing because it's just not right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not right. If that show's going to go down, let it go down for something the cast did.
Mm-hmm.
Not some old bitter Betty in the background and some mean ass bloggers trying to get numbers. It's crazy. Yeah.
But, anyway, I'm going to go back to this whole thing. And because I want people to know this because, we probably ain't going to talk about it for a while. And if they don't bring the show back to another year from now or 8-9 months, people sort of forget.
Mm-hmm.
And they overlook simple things. Kandi always portray herself as, oh, I'm unbothered. I don't need to make an announcement. Why are you out there now crying? Because panic has set in. Every time, she at the mailbox today on Martin Luther King Day, waiting on that contract to come. And she know damn well the mailman don't run on holidays.
I can't with you.
That's what I'm saying. And she know, because people go, oh, she don't need the show. She don't need the show. Well, she's awful bothered if she don't. Now, you don't need the show now until you 30 days past due, 60, 90. Then,
past due from what? You are messy. You are messy.
All this shit they want to cover. Oh, she's a queen. She got multiple streams of income.
Oh my
Multiple
God.
streams of income.
Very.
But the part they don't want to realize, the candy lovers, is also they go.
Oh my God.
Mama Grits and Ham gonna come out to be ham. I'm telling you. That's how it is. And I seen that and I was like, shit.
I
You know, and
can't.
sometimes people get in your head and you start thinking, well, was I wrong about that? That was a message to Perry, knowing I was damn right.
Now, I don't want y'all to confuse my words with Perry's. I'm not this extreme, but he's been saying this since day one. You feel that Kandi takes her $2 million paycheck that she gets for Bravo to sustain her other businesses. I gotta clear this up because you talk about Mama Grissom and
Restaurant businesses and stuff like that. Look at Nene and see, it's not just gonna be on Kandi. It's hard to sustain these things. My brother-in-law used to run a restaurant. I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
Right? But they don't care. I got this money. Let me outdo the rest of the women. They don't have businesses. Let me go and get this ran down shack over here and put some OLG and shit in front of it and say, look what I own. Right? Yeah, you own it for now, but you probably in the red.
Yeah, well, I do know. I was talking to
parking in that little ragged ass parking lot.
I was talking to somebody that's a restaurant owner here in Vegas, and they were saying how hard it is a restaurant is very hard to sustain. One, because of the competition, a lot of competition, and it's just hard to sustain. It's a hard business to run. So, you feel that without that $2 million, her businesses is going to take a big hit.
Yeah.
Specifically the restaurants.
Ain't that much fried chicken and collard greens selling.
I can't.
I'm just saying, but it's nice props to invest and try something. But look how fast Lanita Lounge fell.
Lanita,
So,
yeah.
I'm saying, no fault to hers. It's just that's a hard business. Because when times is low, and look at that.
But a lot of the housewives, they use their Bravo checks to sustain their businesses. And when they don't get those checks anymore, life changes for them. Because I remember Tamara had a gym or something like this. And and we don't see that part, that their lifestyle changes. We see Nene's because hers was in the media and she had to downsize and all that. But when they're gone, we don't see it anymore. But a lot of the housewives front. That's what you're saying. They pretend like they have more money than they actually have.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. They front, and then half of them do it because I got this money now. I'm able to invest. There's nothing wrong with investing, but investments can go up, they can go down. But when you don't have that income to support those investments, the investments eventually leave.
So Carol wants you to know that $2 million won't make or break Kandi. Okay,
well, no,
that's your opinion.
No, and I respect that. I'm just giving you my opinion.
A lot of the housewives, when they don't get that money coming in anymore, it affects their lifestyle. That's why they do the most to stay on the show, to keep the money coming in. Like, Carol, you're not even thinking right. Like, a lot of these housewives aren't really rich.
Well, no, and with her opinion, because some people, like, you believe what you want to believe. I believe Perry's way. Carol gonna believe her way. Well, what I'm saying is, right now, for somebody to simply tell me 2 million won't make or break, no, 2 million hurts. Bill Gates don't want to lose $2 million. You know,
$2 million is a lot of money. Let's pull a couple comments and then we're out. The celebrities' business failed because of poor management. They need a good manager to take care of everything.
Yeah,
it's really hard, Molly, to sustain a restaurant, and that's just facts. It's really, really hard. Even here in Vegas, a lot of the casinos are going under. People don't understand business, but it's hard to explain if you've never owned a restaurant. It's very hard to explain. Sharrell, stop it. You won't work with people saying stuff about you. You don't need them to get paid. Sweet Tea is young. What did I say bad about Sweet Tea? I said she can't handle it, and Carlos and Dr. Heavenly need to back off. She's mentally not handling that. That's not cool. And I don't know what you're talking about.
Respond to this too, because it says, Sharrell, stop it. You don't work with people saying stuff about you. That is so untrue. Now, do
Oh,
we physically have somebody come in our home, our offices, and sit down and work with us? No. Other YouTubers, content creators,
oh, all the time.
he gets it all the time, but you got to let it go. What my
Mhm.
wife's simply saying is she's young, and yeah, she expected to get these emotions until she learned how to know the things that could be said about you don't really matter. It's what you do.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm, mhm. Yeah, she don't get it. She don't understand. But I don't want it to emotionally affect anybody because with the rest of the cast, it's like a mutual understanding. Yeah, the public gonna say what they say, but I'm getting paid. That's how it is. Definitely don't need the pressure. Leave Sweet Tea a lot. She means alone.
yeah.
Leave her alone. I don't think she should be on the show anymore because she's she's going under and she don't understand how to deal
And
with this
be
stuff.
on the show. I wouldn't say she ain't got to be on it, but she got to understand, you know, you grow up saying, words are just words, right?
Mhm,
That they don't, it hurts you emotionally or just how you feel about it.
mhm.
But it's not like somebody hitting you with a bat. It's not causing physical, well, unless you let it. But I just think that she would have to just know how to roll with it. If that's the industry you want to be in,
Well, she shouldn't like I feel, and this is what Bethany was talking about. They need some kind of therapist on the set. For some people, don't know how to handle stuff like that. Like Raquel is sent her to the. She had to go get some help, and I think Sweet Tea's very fragile, and she just can't handle it. And that's not judging her. I'm just saying she's going under, and nobody wants that to happen. Shorty says a lot of people work with people that say bad things about them in the workplace. 32 is not young like that. She's not in her early 20s.
right? That's
Yeah,
true.
you're right, Shorty, but I just think she needs, I don't want it to affect her mental health. She needs to, they shouldn't bring her back. She can't handle it. And I don't even think she should keep working. Like, don't bring her, like, in now, because you don't want to affect anybody's mental health. She does not fit the show. Sorry, since she think there is such an age difference. Maybe she's not a good fit. I don't think she's a good fit. And I think she's just a sweet person that's in over her head. Reality TV is vicious.
Right. It's bad.
Vicious. It's vicious. You have to have thick skin to be on the show. Exactly. So, and I'm even telling you guys, like, don't say anything bad about her and knows that she can't handle it. And this is affecting her deeply. And Bravo needs to pull her. And Bravo is out of line for letting her stay on the show. And she's not handling this well. I stopped watching All Housewives. They get all dressed up and look elegant in nice places to fight each other. Yep. What example are they giving to young women that make black women look bad? I
Yep.
just think reality TV as a whole is going out of it's formulated. We're done. Maybe if they brought a show that was fresh and new and not plotted or have people on the outside trying to destroy it, it's not what it used to be. Competition seasoned restaurants have been established. Great management and employees who want to work and enjoy their profession and not just for a paycheck make a big difference in business.
Hmm.
Mhm. Sweet Tea's husband is literally a psychologist. Oh, I forgot. He really is. Her mental health is in good hands. Yeah, he needs to pull her off the show. He does. I think he was telling her one time, stay off the internet or something like that. She needs to. They were blocking anyone that had something positive to say about Quad on the live last night. Ooh,
Mm.
see, that's another thing. If you can't handle it, she just needs to go. She's not a good fit, and that doesn't mean she's a bad person. She's just not. She just can't handle it. So Sweet Tea is just supposed to take Heavenly's abuse. Nobody said
No,
that.
no,
Glad
not
she's
at all.
speaking up. Roger, you just came in. I think you missed my speech about how she's just hurt and not being able to handle what's happening to her.
No, now I say this
So,
to Roger
and
too.
I don't.
So she don't supposed to take. Nobody's supposed to take it. Roger, when you go to work, somebody talks some trash to you. You shouldn't take it neither. But when you get in trash talking, you can't toss it out and then can't take it. Now, if you can take it, fine. Just move on. Go ahead.
Uh, lot going on here. I'm not mad at Dr. Heavenly because if you talk about my dead mother,
Mm-hmm.
that's I didn't know I don't remember her saying that, but
Yeah, I remember.
Perry remembered it. I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about your dead womb. Oh, child, child.
And to answer that, neither one of them was right. Like I said, but in the heat of the moment, not to excuse it, but both of them are grown women. They can say, "Hey, you know what? I shouldn't have said it. I apologize about that." You know, because sometimes things do go below the belt. Go ahead.
Someone says Trey will block you on the live if you say something positive about Quad. Who is Trey? I don't know who
I don't know.
Trey is.
It's not Toya, is it? That don't mean Toya, dude. I don't know.
Mm, yeah, about T. So maybe it's Toya. I don't know. Maybe it is Toya. Dr. Heavenly is not even abusing her. Don't do that. It's exactly, Perry. They talk trash to each other. Heavenly isn't just come out and say that. She responded to what was said to her. I mean, I understand what you're saying, S Lover, but I'm just telling you what I heard, what's going on behind the scenes, and that Sweet Tea is really crying about it, really hurt about it, because I'm used to the banter. That's what you got to have to be on reality TV. You can't just cry or just, get really offended.
Mm-hmm.
She's just not a good fit. Bravo is enjoying the drama and the toxic. Sometimes they put it out there.
Right. And then Mary just said something too. She said Bravo is enjoying it. Bravo ain't gonna let her go, drop her for her sanity. These companies only worrying about their bottom line dollars.
Money, 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 money.
Yeah.
Ratings. Is
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Heavenly abusing her? I don't think Dr. Heavenly's abusing her. I think Dr. Heavenly's doing what she did for 10 years, which makes her a good reality TV star. What I'm saying is, Sweet Tea, Letitia, I'm gonna quit with this. Letitia's not handling this well, taking it personal, teaming up with snakes. That's what Mariah is doing, and dirty bloggers, and that's not gonna work. She just need to be off the show because if the show's gonna do bad, it should do bad because of the cast members, not because of a bitter ex-employee. Uh, you're wrong, Sharrell. Heavenly is getting
Everything.
everything.
Uh-huh.
Everything she's getting. Heavenly started, Sweet Tea is finishing it. I hope Sweet Tea do all her research on Heavenly for the reunion. Point blank, period. So Deborah, I don't know what you're saying I'm wrong about. I'm specifically telling you that I'm being told that Sweet Pea is taking this to heart, crying about it, very upset about it, and just doesn't know how to handle it. So you can't make her strong enough to fight back. She not. She gonna go to Mariah and ask Mariah what to do, making a bigger mess out of situation. If it was her and Dr. Heavenly on a one-on-one, because you said this about it, that's how it's supposed to be. But now I'm bringing in outside sources. No, no, she's not equipped for this. She's just not. And I don't hate her. I'm just telling you the truth. Some people are stronger mentally than others. She's not very strong, and that's not a bad or good thing. It's just how it is. Dr. Heavenly's not a bully. Dr. Heavenly's not a bully, but she can be if you perceive it that way. Does that make sense?
Right. I mean, look, I think this Dr. Heavenly gonna normally just tell you what she say, whether it's politically correct or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see once you get on her bad side, she can become a bully because she gonna keep riding your ass. That's how fights go.
But she's not doing it to intentionally hurt.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She probably think, oh, okay, this is what we do for the storylines and stuff like that. I don't think Dr. Heavenly has any idea that Sweet Tea is crying. She has no idea she's telling people this is a messing with me emotionally. Like nobody wants to make somebody go into a nervous breakdown. Is it Katrina?
Yeah, how y'all doing today?
Hey,
Good.
good.
Hi, that's my real name. Sound off.
Um, the thing I want to talk about is all these shows. All these shows is just getting their karma. Candy, Kenya, Cynthia, Jackie, Quad, Heavenly. It's the boomerang effect. Once you try to get to a point where you try to get somebody, knock somebody else out their money, then that boomerang gonna come back and knock you off your money. because they did Nene totally wrong. They ganged up on Nene. Yeah, Nene got the big head or whatsoever. But Nene did, and even McCann first came on the show, she act like she didn't like Nene. Everything that Nene tried to do, she got in. She got in that situation with Kim and Nene with that song. She was on the song. And Nene was the one that picked that song out.
Well,
Candy always came from Nene.
let
And
me
then
ask you this, Katrina. Do you like watching it when it's this toxic?
no. And then like Perry said, she go into these like ghetto places in Atlanta, the cheapest places, and open these restaurants, have people standing outside. They have to pay to park. Then you got to pay to get salmonella. Who wants that? And you better wear a bulletproof vest in there because you might get shot. And then the thing of it is, with Jackie and Dr. Heavenly Quad and all that. What I'm saying, you're right, Dr. Heavenly playing her part. But Dr. Heavenly has said some messy things too. The same thing with her and Mariah get into it. She'll say, your mom. Now, Sweet Tea did apologize because she didn't know the lady mama was dead. But you know for a fact, when you in a confrontation with somebody, you going to
When
say
did
the
she
deepest
talk
thing in
about
person.
Heavenly's mother? I must have missed it. Was it on the
It was
show?
on that live they did
that
last week.
On the live. Okay.
And she said, she told her to go to hell. She said, tell your mama to go to hell, something like that. But either way, they're too grown to be saying your mom. That's something my grandkids would say on the playground. The thing of it is with Heavenly, Jackie, all of them. Jackie used Heavenly as a mouthpiece because that's the thing that she want to say, but she want to keep that persona going. And the thing is with Heavenly is from Miami. She's a dentist, but she hood. And and she taking that hood with her to her dentist office. Because I know for a fact, this is something I know for a fact. I got the receipts on it. Not like Mariah receipts. I got the receipts. My auntie went to her office to get dental work. She charged her insurance for work that she didn't even do. And I know a lot of dentists do that or whatsoever if you don't catch them. But the thing is, they're supposed to be example for black women. These are black doctors. These are black doctors that these people are supposed to be looking up to. And I don't see how anybody would go to any of them. Maybe Simone, but I don't see how nobody to go to any of them. Look how they act. I mean, be
Well,
for
it really
real. You really
bothers
want to go
me.
there?
What do you think about this, Katrina? It bothers me when people take something you see on a show and then attack their job. Because we need African American doctors. That's why it's just
We need
messy.
African American doctors, but we need African American doctors to treat us as if, say for instance, as we was white people. Because I know for a fact, Medicaid people do not get treated as well as the people that got Blue Cross or TRICARE.
Right.
They would treat people different from what their insurance are. You can go to the emergency room. Let me tell you something like this. Just pay attention. You go to the emergency room. You got Blue Cross, Medicare, or TRICARE. They're gonna get that Blue Cross person first. They're gonna get that. Well, they're gonna get TRICARE because they know TRICARE is the government. That's military. They're gonna get Blue Cross, Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're gonna get them and see how long that Medicaid person sit out there in the lobby. And then once they get that Medicaid person back out in the back of the room, they're not gonna keep them back there that long anyway, because as long as you keep a patient in a room, that's more money. It doesn't take that long for an emergency room visit, 4 and 5 hours, but it goes by the insurance. Pay attention to the insurance, and then that's how people get treated.
That's true. I'm gonna get to you guys backstage. Let me finish up with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, what do you think about what's going on?
Well, first of all, it was a sad day yesterday for me,
I know.
Perry,
We don't want to
and
talk
not
about.
Why?
No, he talking about our Cowboy game.
I can't. Go ahead. Go ahead, Emmanuel. Go ahead.
I I find it really interesting that the quote unquote Queen of Atlanta is worried about her contract when
Who's the Queen of Atlanta?
the quote unquote Queen of Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised that she's worried about her
Well,
contract.
who's the queen? Who's the Queen of Atlanta?
Kandi. I thought she was worldwide. Why isn't she working somewhere else?
Oh, go ahead, Emmanuel.
But anyway, what I did want to talk about is I love you guys, but I have to respectfully disagree with Sweet Tea.
Okay.
I really am starting to enjoy Sweet Tea. I think she's a nice person. I really do. I don't think Heavenly is a bad person, but I think that she gets out of control sometimes and she gets too caught up in the moment and will just try and say whatever it is that can hurt you the most. Does she mean it? I don't know. But you gotta think about this, Sharrell. What person will be okay since the beginning of the show? It's been what, 9 weeks now?
Mhm.
Every single week she gets online with another guy and all they do is talk bad about her. She's fat. Her teeth are big. She looks
They
ugly.
didn't say
She looks
fat. Did
too
they say
old.
fat?
They body shamed her. Yes, they have. So maybe
Oh,
not. Maybe they didn't say she's fat, but they
okay.
definitely body shamed her. So
Mhm,
I get that
mhm,
why she would be tired of it and
mhm.
just this comes a point where you just can't handle it and you're just gonna go back at it and you're gonna expose them too. So Sweet Tea posted the other day that she has a lot of stuff and she didn't know if she wanted to release it now
She's
or
getting
wait
this stuff
till
from
the
Mariah.
reunion. Yeah.
So how innocent is she? So I'm going back and forth. So she feels overwhelmed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think she Mariah made her feel like, oh, you can cry on my shoulder. But Mariah and these unknown bloggers, and the bloggers think really hard.
Yeah,
Bloggers that lie on housewives. You gonna bring them back? Well, what are you doing, sweet tea? Is she in over her head? She needs to stop. If you cannot be on reality TV and get offended every time somebody says something bad about you. You just can't.
that's true. And I do think it was very strange the certain blogger that Mariah chose to interview with a few weeks ago. You know who I'm talking about, right?
I
That
know what you're
was
talking about.
I
It's
gave her a side eye
messy.
with that. But as far as Sweet Tea, that is true. I think she's still new and she has to develop a thicker skin. I do agree with that. But also you got to remember one more thing. Heavenly is the one who befriended her and told her to come onto the show, right? So if somebody is telling me come to the show, I'm thinking they're gonna be someone who I can trust and who I can rely on and who's gonna teach me. But what happens when that person who told me to come on the show is the one backstabbing me every single week?
You do you remember when Sweet Tea, I think it was a wedding scene, and she just freaked out.
Oh
So
yeah,
if,
yeah.
if I'm on a reality TV show and I'm a producer and I see signs of someone really physically not being able to handle this, she needs to be off the show respectfully in a good way. I think she's a good person. I think she's in over her head. Like maybe she didn't watch reality. I don't understand. She doesn't know how the game is played.
Hmm.
And she's making a bad situation worse. So you're upset because you feel attacked by Dr. Heavenly, and then you go to the devil. What are you doing? I just think she can't emotionally handle it. And coming on every week and going on social media and trying to spar with Heavenly is not helping. It's not helping
I
anything.
think that what she needs, and I think on this we can agree on, she needs better people to be around with who can tell her what to do and what not to
The
do on social
proper
media.
way.
Yeah, because like
She's
the other day
not.
when I supported her when she came on and she said that Dr. Buddy had an affair. I believe her. Dr. Heavenly's husband, I believe he had an affair. But I was thinking, why would you do this on Instagram? Go on YouTube, monetize it. So yeah, she does need the tools. I will agree with you on that.
Mm. And she's got the wrong people around her. Is she gonna make a bad situation worse? Because let's say you do feel bullied by Dr. Heavenly. When you tell people her husband is cheating or you put these receipts out, what do you think Dr. Heavenly's gonna do? It's gonna get worse.
Are you
Mhm.
stopping the bullying at that point? Look, we all have worked with people. Nobody on
That
this
you
panel in this chat is that young that you ran across somebody and you thought that person was your friend. And that person could have did something to make you feel like he was backstabbed. You got to get over it.
But you and Sharrell should not stop y'all show because what people are saying. This is y'all bread and butter too. You're gonna have
That's true.
haters everywhere. You can walk out the door and have a hater. You can have a
That's why I
hater in
said
your
she's
family.
gotta
You
go.
don't
She's
stop y'all. I
gotta
mean,
go.
I'm saying you don't just stop. I mean, it's not the thing that she has to go. See, the thing of it is, it's just like when I joined the military. I didn't know everything that was gonna go on. I was looking for that bus to hop back on because I'm like, this person is not gonna be hollering at me like this. But the thing of it is, I had to sit there. I had to learn the ropes. I had to go through the aggressions that I had to go through to learn how to deal with stress if I had to go to war. Some things you have to just sit back and learn.
And she's not learning. Do you guys? We seen the scene. She leave me alone. Ah, she just freaked out. It was like, so
And
she's
then she's
not
probably
handling.
hormonal too, because when you're dealing with endometriosis and all that type of stuff, Cheryl, that stuff is no joke. I had to deal with it, and I didn't know where these emotions and stuff was coming from. And then on top of that, if they trying to give you hormones and birth control pills and all that type of stuff, and you trying to figure out what's going on with your body, that's a lot of stress for a woman to be going through. And on top of that, I mean, I know the thing of it is she was honest on bringing it on the show. You see what I'm saying? And then when people saying this stuff about her, saying about endometriosis, the same thing with Jackie did with Buffy. And I honestly think Jackie did that because Buffy and Simone was friends. And they was getting real close. And at that point in time, Simone and Jackie was like being divided by Heavenly. And I think Jackie did throw that shot at Buffy because she was being friends with Simone. Because her and Simone was friends.
This is what I think needs to happen. I think they need to remove Sweet Tea from the show because she's not emotionally strong enough. Or bring in, and this is what Bethany Frankel will say, bring in therapists on the set for people that can't handle, like Raquel. She was crying and go like when it gets too tough. But you just leave a person, you get the drama for the show, and then you leave a person and you look emotionally messed up.
Well, I don't know. I thought about that. If you're gonna need a psychiatrist on the show, person don't need to be on the show.
Because they're saying that it's really hard. They're saying reality TV plays head games with you. That's
right.
what
It does. Life play head games with you. I'm just saying we all don't ran across getting backstabbed.
Yeah.
We can't look at this show and act like it don't pertain to the rest of the lifestyle. And who keeps going after a person? You disassociate yourself with a bully. Move on. If you keep entangling yourself with the bully, you're going to keep getting bullied. And to be somebody else's pawn, to do somebody else's dirty work, Mariah should be her psychiatrist.
Okay, Perry, but let me ask you this. So if you got the bully, right, and they're constantly pinching you and kicking you and doing all this, at what point do you punch them back in the face?
No. At any point that you feel necessary. I don't have a problem with that. Her going back at Dr. Heavenly, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
At all. Mm-hmm. Now, people might say, oh, well, you like Heavenly. Hey, I like her too. Mm-hmm. I just don't know her as well. Mm-hmm. But her sad story with the baby and stuff like that, I feel bad for any woman who can't bear kids, especially when they truly want them. When you got women out here or people having babies that don't have that same, feeling about it.
I'm running out of time here. Heavenly is top dog. She always wins until now. Okay, and really quickly, I got 2 minutes, Carrie. I'm only bringing you up because you're a regular. Sound off really quick. And while she's doing that, you guys think of, because I'm going to ask you at the end, what do you think should happen to Sweet Tea? Go ahead, Carrie.
I agree with you. I think that Sweet Tea should bow out the same way. And I say that because I referenced what the other lady said on the panel about all these hormonal imbalances. Just like on Love and Marriage Huntsville, the couple decided as a couple that this is too toxic for us because she's going through postpartum depression. So Sweet Tea should, and if she doesn't buy out, that really shows her immaturity. I don't understand why, if you're going through all of these emotions and there seems like it's leading to some sort of depression. I'm not, it's like a mild depression. You should really bow out. I think that that's what she should do. And it's also going to make it harder for her to conceive.
Choose her real life over this.
Absolutely.
Manuel, really quickly, do you agree? Should Sweet Tea bow out?
I'm going to say no, because I think she has something to offer. I want to see her in her marriage. I want to see her give birth.
She's stressed and she's having meltdowns on the screen.
Yeah,
Emmanuel, I don't know if you understand how that affects a woman that's trying to conceive. It's not good at all.
Really quickly, Katrina, what should happen to Sweet Tea? Really quick.
I'm like I said with the hormonal thing, I understand, but don't let no woman or no man running you away from your money. If you walking away from your money, you do it at your own will, but you don't let nobody stop your check. And that's the
But
same thing I'm saying
she
about
said
you and Perry.
she said she made 6 figures before she married
I'm
Gregory. So
not
I don't
listen,
understand.
try this, but like Perry and Sharrell said, that money from them shows is a lot that they bringing into their household, and that money will leave a dent in your
Well, if
pocket.
she stays
Yeah,
on
they
that show,
making that
Katrina,
money.
she's got to toughen up if she's
That's
gonna
what I'm
stay on
saying.
that
That's what
show.
I had to do. I was a tomboy growing up, but that army taught me something different. I had to be a tomboy and then a tom man. But what I'm saying is, you don't let nobody run you away from your money. That's the same thing with you and Perry. Whatever these people
But
saying
some
on these
people
blogs or
can't
whatsoever, don't
handle
you
it.
let them run you away from your money. That's how you make your money. Don't you let nobody do
Well,
that,
then
regardless.
she gotta learn to do better. She not handling it. You can't have
Yes,
a
but
nervous
I'm saying,
breakdown.
listen, but I'm saying the same thing about you and Perry too. You talking about you're not gonna review the show because what people are saying about you and
Oh,
doing
you're
all
talking to
that.
me? I'm not.
Yes,
Let me tell you
yes. Don't you
why.
let nobody run you away from your money, girl.
I don't make a lot of money off of.
Regardless, this is what you do. This is what we come over here to get entertained from.
You just
Don't you
want
let
me to
nobody
stay
stop that.
messy. You
That
want
no,
me
I'm
to
not
stay.
saying stay messy. No. Brain. That's what we like. We like people different opinions.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
true.
we listen to the shows because we get different opinions. We get different insights. That's what I'm saying. Every blogger is not going to be the same. You
Well,
got bloggers that are going to be with this person. You got bloggers that are going to be with that person. That's how the game go. But you got to keep coming and doing what you do so we can keep coming and listening to what you're saying.
did she just check us, Perry?
I think she did.
All right, you guys. I'll think about that. But you guys know I got another show to do. So thank you guys for coming up, giving your opinion. Everybody in the comment section, please leave your comments and know that I could be getting mass flag again. So somebody is paying, and I know who you are for them bad comments in my comment section. So, but don't let that sway you from not leaving a comment. All right, you guys, we're out of here. Perry, play it really quick.
Fuck this shit.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for
Good
calling
night.
in.
Shit, I'm out.